And let's put a, there we're live, and let's do just a 30. Awesome. And we are live. Good evening, everybody. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Llewellyn. Well, obviously, you know that because you're watching me live on Facebook. Today I've got a real special treat. I'm in my third day of my 21-day challenge, and I'm going through this amazing book by John Maxwell, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And today I'm joined by a great friend and leader, person of great influence. And we're going to be talking about the third law of leadership, called the law of process, because I believe that my good friend Xavier Hendricks over here is going to be able to share some real insight from practical experience in his journey as a leader and as an influencer. Like I said, this is day 3, and on the first day, we spoke about the law of the lid, and that lid determines your level of effectiveness. And we started this journey by saying that you need to invest in your skills. You need to invest in how you're going to develop yourself as a leader, because leadership needs development. You don't just become a leader one day and then you're a leader for the rest of your life without having to work on it ever again. Yesterday, we spoke about the law of influence. And the bottom line about the law of influence is simply this: leadership is influence. If you don't have influence, you're not a leader. There's a proverb I want to share with you about that before we chat about today's topic. And it's beautiful. It actually says, "He who thinks he leads but has no followers is only taking a walk." How many people out there do we know who think they're leaders, but there's absolutely no one following? So essentially what they're just doing is they're just walking and hoping that one day someone's going to follow them. But leadership is simply influence. If you don't have influence, you're truly not a leader. So how do you develop that influence? It takes us to the law of process. And that is the secret to success. Guys, I have been blown away. I've been taking a slow journey, a deep dive into this book. And I must tell you, it's only day 3 and I've learned so much. Just tell me, can you hear us loud and clear? I hope you can. Xavier, on your side, do you get any interference in the audio?
Yes, there's a lot of interference when you speak. It has a bit of a crunch to it.
Okay. I wonder if there's anything I can do on my side to prove that. Audio. Yeah, output internal. Okay, is that a little bit better? I hope so. Okay. It still seems to be that that's still happening. I wonder if it's any of the devices. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's chat. So, guys, if you're joining us live, won't you just drop in the comments and let us know that you're here? We would love for you to join us in this conversation. If you do catch us on the replay, also drop a comment and tell us that you caught us on the replay. If you do find value in what we're sharing tonight, just let us know. And if you have any insights that you would like to share about leadership, then share it. Let's grow together. Let's chat together, and let's be one. Let's take our leadership to the next level. John Maxwell says that everyone is born leaders. He says he's often asked, are people born leaders? And he said, people are born leaders, but that's not the right question. He said the right question is actually, what do you do with that leadership? And successful leaders essentially are learners. So what I want to do is I want to talk about the law of process. Oh gosh, this interference is a bit hectic. Xavier, how bad is it on your side?
It's quite hectic on my side, but I'm gonna try and make out what you're saying.
Okay.
So that I can respond. I just checked on my Facebook now. It's actually not. It doesn't sound bad for the people watching.
Okay.
But it was a bit hectic
Okay.
on my side.
All right. So I want to start off before I let you chat about your journey. I read something in this book that made me think about a conversation that you and I had about leadership, where you told me about your daily agenda and how you've gone about actually working quite strictly to that agenda. And it just clicked when I read this book, because in this chapter, it says the secret of our success is found in our daily agenda. If you continually invest in your leadership development, you let your ethics, which is your leadership, compound, and the inevitable result is growth over time. Now, I know you were telling me how having that daily agenda has changed your leadership style and your role, or your effectiveness. So, won't you tell us a little bit about that and what that's done for you?
Okay, yeah, Luana, thank you so much for having me on your platform this evening. I hope you guys can hear me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, we had a conversation about this. And so the kind of person that I am, or the leader that I was, I would like to believe, as you said, I'm developing as time goes as a leader. And as time continues, I'm becoming a better leader over time. But I'm the kind of person that wanted to see results instantly, right? I was very impatient about the results that I was seeing. I was patient about wanting to see it when I see it, right? And it was the typical scenario of the elephant eating the elephant one bite, right? It was that typical scenario. And so the elephant was so big that at some point the elephant is overwhelming when you look at it, because you look at this big vision, you look at this big goal that you're trying to achieve, and you get excited about it, which is what should happen. You should get excited about it. However, if there's an element of impatience, you want it to happen that time. Just allow me to close the door. The kids yeah. So you're excited about the dream, you're excited about the vision, you're excited about the goal. You want it to happen when you want it to happen. And so you gun for the finished product. However, what life will teach you is that there's no such thing as instant success. There's no such thing as going from where you are now to where you want to be, like overnight, overnight success. And even if there is, you find situations where people win the lottery, for example. You find situations where you have the show on TV called How I Blew It, or I Blew It, or something like that. Somebody wins like 20 million, and it literally ruins their lives because they don't know what to do with that large sum of money, because it's overwhelming, it's too much for them, and they blow it. So there's a number of things that needs to happen. When you grow that money from the ground up, what you're doing is that you're learning things in the process, you meet the process, you're experiencing hardship in the process, you're getting hurt in the process, you're getting healed in the process. Those processes are important for your growth. And you can't just jump from 0 to 100 overnight, because when you get there, there won't be any kind of pillars holding your success in the air. There won't be kind of growth and lessons and things that you gradually grown over time that will hold that success in the air. So it's important to begin to build the things slowly and surely and step by step. And so part of my process over time, I've realized sometimes I look at the finished product and I get excited. And I'm like, yo, I want this thing to work now. And then I realize now, in fact, it's now overwhelming me. And so what that overwhelming feeling does is that it makes me procrastinate. It makes me say, no, it's too big for now, or it's too much to handle now. It's it's overwhelming my thought process, so I'll do it later. And setting it away for an hour becomes pushing it for 2 hours. There's a nice quote that I've learned not so long ago that said, postponing your dream for a minute, maybe postponing for an hour, maybe postponing for a day, maybe postponing for a week, maybe postponing for a month. Postponing for a month may lead into 12 months, and before you know it, you look back and you realize, snap, it's been a year and I didn't do what I said I wanted to do in January. And so, and then I was busy reading a book by Mel Robbins called The 5-Second Rule. And while I was reading this book, which by the way, I would suggest that if you want success, it's important for you to read different types of books. Find your way, like for example, you're busy now with the laws of leadership. Find books that you read that pushes you and encourages you and moves you into the right direction. And while I was reading 5-Second Rule, she was also speaking about the element of procrastination. And I was like, I can identify with that because that's where I'm falling short. I tend to put things off. And when I look back, I realized I could have been so much further if I just started when I wanted to start. You know? And that's why I put this thing into play. I take five manageable steps for the day. Only 5. I don't try not to do too many because then that comes overwhelming. 5 manageable steps. I mean, just simple things like if I was supposed to make a phone call that day, jot it down. So what I do is I go into my iPhone and my computer, I go into my notes, and I say, and I open that thing where you can tick off what you've done for the day, and I say, call the bank, for example, or to set up a payment strategy, something, payment plan. For example, if you find yourself in a debt situation and you're overwhelmed by the debt. So what you do is you say, call the bank, figure out the payment strategy. You call the bank and say, look, I owe X amount, but I'm able to pay it off by this much a month. And the chances they're going to say, yes, that's fine, is quite high. So you put that on your list of the bank. That's not something that's going to take you the whole day. That's not something that's going to take you an hour either. It's literally going to be pick up the phone, get the number online, call them, ask to speak to the right person, give them your ID number, whatever information they need, and then you say, this is my situation, this is where I'm stuck. If it means, so that will be my one thing. My second thing will be, finish the book that I'm busy listening to or reading. Watch that podcast that I needed to watch for my next show. And I'll just have those 5 things, and as the day progresses, I will tick off those 5 things, and at the end of the day, it's such sense of fulfillment to know that I've now achieved those 5 elements.
And that's actually such an awesome tip that you've just given me, guys. Because I've actually realized, this interference on my side is just sounding a bit. I've actually realized that.
Okay, or something that's crossing the mind.
I wonder. I'm trying to see why it's giving me that. I'm actually going to move. Let me see if I move. If it helps. Let me sit over here. I still think I'm getting a lot of interference. That's so weird. Okay. All right. Is it still the interference still there? Eh?
It's the but I can make out what you said.
Okay. All right. So just by jotting down what you need to do for the day is actually so important to keep you in line with what you want, because it's so easy to fall down that rabbit hole of procrastination. And if you don't keep yourself accountable, at least to yourself, you're not going to get much done. So guys, that's valuable. What do you think about that? Let us know in the chat. When I'm chatting to Xavier, we're chatting to someone who got so many different things on the burner. He's a vlogger. First of all, he's a father. He's a husband. He's a businessman. He's an entrepreneur. He's a vlogger. He hosts a podcast. He has a merchandise line. So there's so much that this guy is doing, and it's it's in keeping that agenda. There you go. You see it there. Perfect. It's ensuring that you have an agenda that actually keeps you accountable to yourself to complete what you need to complete every single day. And that is an important lesson in leadership right there, is that there's a process. You're not going to be an effective leader overnight. Leadership is developed over time. And you have to want to put in the time to develop the inner leader within you, to develop the influence that you've got within you. And let me just tell you, every single one of us has the potential to be an influencer. You might not be the person who has 1 million followers on your social channels, but if you can influence one or two or three people, you will be you actually essentially are a leader. Okay, let's see. So yeah, that's basically the law of process. It's about making sure that you have an agenda, because that agenda is going to determine your level of effectiveness as a leader. Xavier, when you started out, did you know everything there was to know about leading an organization, about running a business, about blogging, about podcasting? Or was there a process that you had to follow to actually be effective in those areas?
Hold on. For some reason, I can't hear you anymore.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
Okay. All right. So we are experiencing some technical issues here, guys. Apologies for that. Okay. So when you started out, and you're a millennial leader, and you started out very young. Did you know everything? Did you know everything you needed for success in blogging, in your podcast, in the organization that you founded, with your merch line? Or was there a process that you had to go through to get to where you are today?
Yeah. So thank you. I could make out what you were asking. The thing is, when you're on your journey to where you're trying to go, you don't know everything you needed. And that's part of the journey. You learn as you progress. You meet people as you progress. You find out the different places. Let's say, for example, you want to do a t-shirt printing company or something, or you want to do a merch line. You find out where the cheapest places are to get the t-shirts, and what kind of qualities the t-shirts are, and what kind of grammage do you find, and all those elements. And those things you only find out you progress through the journey. You don't know those things in the start. But the thing is, I'm busy with a book called The Book of Thinking Big by Dr. David Schultz, right? And he speaks about it as well, that the first thing you need to do is you have to have the vision, but then you have to do the vision. There's so many beautiful ideas and so many people who have these great and wonderful things, and they can even say, when you do it, they can even say, I thought about that 5 years. I was also wanting to do that. Yeah, it's good that you thought about it. It doesn't matter how long you thought about it. If you don't move on it, and if you don't do action on it, it doesn't help the world. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help anyone at this point. So you have to move on those ideas. So what am I saying? I'm saying that you see this big elephant, this big vision, or this big dream, or this big trying to achieve, and you've broken it up into daily steps that you're trying to reach. That's good, that's great, that's fine. But now what we need to do is we now need to actually put action plans in place. There's a difference between thinking about doing something and actually going ahead and doing it. And that's the big difference that we're looking at here. So you don't know what it's going to entail. You don't know what's waiting for you. And just to take the pie out of the sky is that, yes, there will be tough times. And yes, there will be days you're going to want to quit. And yes, there will be days you're going to want to give up. There will be days that you're going to say, you know what, is this really worth it? I left my job because I thought the thing was going to work for me, and now things are not going to plan. And there will be days that 100% there will be days that happens. But the thing is, you can't allow those shortfalls to stop you from moving. You have to jump and that's what we call faith, right? You
Yes.
have to jump even though you
Correct.
can't see,
Yeah.
even though you can't see the other side, and you just have to say, God, I'm just going to take this leap, and I'm going to trust you. Of course, you don't want to do stupid things. You want to research, you want to make sure, you want to get yourself involved in the right things. You don't just want to do things blindly, but at the same time, at some point, you're going to have to make the leap, and you're going to have to jump. And so, yes, to answer the question, I didn't know what the finished product. I don't know. I know what I want to do, but I don't know where to end up. But I know where I wanted to end up. But the thing is, you just keep it moving each and every day. If you have to go online, you have to go online. If you have to print something, go get it printed. If you have to go and meet someone, go and meet that person. If you have to go and be at a meeting, get up, wash yourself, dress up, and show up. Just do what you have to do and move forward. I know that depression is a thing, and I know that mental health is a thing. And to defeat that and to jump through that, you just have to make moves and put action into place and to overcome that sense of depression that you may feel sometimes.
Correct. So with that, I want to ask you one last question, and you've already answered it, but I actually want to get it out of you once more. So the question is: do you believe that people do you believe in the concept of becoming an overnight success?
And I'm going to answer it the way you can find different types of success, right? You need to decide which type of success you want to have, right? You cannot have master of one because then the other. So I like to categorize it in 5 different types, right? I like to categorize it in financial, family relationships, education, personal education, which means your personal, your health, and your relationship with others, right? And all those 5 needs to balance for you to be able to have a successful life. So oftentimes we think success is only one, financial, but then we forget the millionaire that has the money doesn't have the wife to share it with. The millionaire that has this big house, I like watching this guy called Nile Miami, right? And he has he owns a house called The One. You can go Google it and go watch a YouTube video. They do like a thing about this big house. And I'm sitting there watching Nile Miami. Oh, it's raining outside. I'm watching Nile Miami show us this massive, I think 22,000 square foot house, and nobody to share it with. Now he has to arrange parties, and he has to arrange events, and he has to arrange all those things to try and just have an event. Also, what he did wrong was he got one of the 5 right. He's financially successful. He built this massive house. What about his personal growth? Oh, sorry. The other one is your religion, right? Your belief system, your relationship with God. So he's got the financial one in the bag. I mean, he's a multimillionaire, if not a billionaire. He doesn't have his spiritual growth in the bag. He doesn't have other relationships in the bag with his friends and family. He doesn't have his education, his personal growth in the bag. And so, to answer the question of being an overnight success, you first have to ask yourself, what is success? What type of success are we saying? Because the first thought is success is money. Boom, I want to be a millionaire and now I'm happy. No, what about your family? What about your friends? What about your loved ones? What about the other things that actually weigh heavier than just money? Yeah. That actually weigh more than money, because like if you've ever seen the movie called The Upside with Kevin Hart, where he looks after this multi-millionaire, if not a billionaire, in the movie, and it's based on a true story. And the guy is a complete, he's paralyzed completely from the neck down. Yeah. And they have this conversation, and Kevin's like, "Yo, you have money," and he's like, "It's not just about money." He literally says that if I choke or if I can't breathe, please don't resuscitate me, leave me to die. And because he's so discouraged, and they walk down to his garage, and Kevin Hart says to him, "So which car is yours?" He says, "All these on the right." And it's like Ferraris and fancy sports cars and old school luxury items and fancy cars. And the things, but we're gonna drive with that old ugly van. And Kevin's like, "No, we're not driving with that van. Let's go with one of the Ferraris." But that man has got to a place in his life where this money, these cars, these things mean nothing to me. So if you don't go through the process of developing your success in all 5 areas of your life, not just the financial side, you become failure in the end. So you have to make sure all 5, your personal growth, which is your education, watching podcasts, educating yourself with books. It doesn't have to be going to UNISA or UJ or whatever. It could be just educating your mind, your religion, your growth with God, your personal relationship with your master, or your believer religion you're part of, your financial growth, your health, and then of course your, I can't remember the top of my head now, but I mentioned them all 5.
Yes.
But those 5 have to grow together for you to have a healthy, balanced life.
That's awesome. Xavier, you've given us some real awesome nuggets here this evening. Guys, once again, if you found value in what Xavier has said, just drop us a comment and let us know what you thought. Also, share your insights into leadership. This is a platform and an opportunity for us to grow together. And I want to encourage you to engage with us on all things leadership. And if you do want to get more and hear more from Xavier, where can people find you?
Okay, so my name is Xavier Hendricks, and all my social platforms are exactly that. XAVIER_HENDRICKS. So I'm big on Instagram. I spend most of my time there, and I've recently opened a TikTok page. I've tried to do a bunch of stuff on there, and then of course my YouTube channel. I have 2 YouTube channels. One, I'm doing a bunch of motivational stuff on the leadership stuff, and my other one is a family vlog channel where I just do. So that's the Hendricks family. That's the vlog channel, and then Xavier Hendricks is my YouTube channel. There you can find my sermons, my motivational videos, and a bunch of stuff that I do over there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for taking time out from your busy schedule to spend some time with us this evening. So, guys, this was day 3 of my deep dive into the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. And I want to just finish off on what Xavier mentioned last. He says, and that is what differentiates a leader from a follower. And please hear what I'm saying is that you do have within you the potential to be a leader. But what separates leaders from followers is the ability to learn, develop, and improve your skills. If you're happy not knowing what you don't know and living in oblivion, then guess what? You're going to stay a follower. But if you want to become all you can be and develop the influence that you have, and that's what it takes today is people want to have influence. If you want to develop the influence and the inner leader within you, you need to invest in your development. Spend time with leaders. Spend time with people who are more successful than you. If you don't have access to those kinds of people, then read a book. If you want to become a millionaire but you don't have access to a millionaire, read about millionaires. Follow them on YouTube. I know I follow one of my mentors is the 9 to 5 millionaire, and he's actually the one who put me on this challenge. I also follow the seven figure squad, where I get daily motivation to change my outlook and to change what I do, my DMO, or my daily agenda. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, I really hope that you got value from this. I do apologize for the sound quality. But yeah, we were trying a new platform just so that we could have this joint call here between myself and my friend Xavier. But thank you for joining us. This is Llewellyn, and I hope to see you again soon. I'll be live tomorrow at 5:30 again. And yeah, join me again and let's take this journey to the next level. Thanks and enjoy the rest of your evening.